everybody! Welcome back to Mahjong Soul, folks. My name's Yusong. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Folks, you're not dreaming. You can pinch yourself all you want. This is the world that we're living in right now. Ah! Okay. Folks, last night on stream, holy frick did I bring the bacon home. I mean, I don't know what happened, but I was feeling the tiles and the tiles are feeling me. Folks, we're going back into the Jade Room today. Don't get me wrong, Yostar is not forgiven. You cannot do this and then this to the same human being in the span of, I don't know, 14 calendar days. You just can't do that. We're going back into the Jade Room today, and as we load back into the Jade Room, trying to keep the momentum rolling, I just want to say this. If you've been enjoying the Mahjong lately, feel free to subscribe. I got new videos every single day. You can also feel free to leave a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous, as it helps out the channel such a great deal. It brings us to our featured comment of the day. Kuro writes, I'm Frowny Face. So happy, Frowny Face, for you. Thank you so much. Look, this is the all Mahjong players. We got a little tsundere in us where it's hard not to be jealous when other Mahjong players are doing well. The entire time, I was literally down in the devil's lair being like, I don't know if I'm ever going to win another game of Mahjong ever again. I'm reading the community Discord. I'm still seeing people rank up and stuff and being like, yes, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that Mahjong is going well for you. So I get it. I genuinely get it. I also want to shout out a second comment. Sullen Potato writes, hey, Yusung, thanks for giving me something to listen to while I work in the morning. Was a consistent viewer a couple of years ago. Came back recently after I ended up getting a ton of my friends, holy moly, into the Zhang in this spring. One even already bought an auto table. Holy frick. Always enjoy hearing you yap about random stuff, and I think I've genuinely learned a lot and improved by watching you play. I'm now a few wins off of Master. Let's go! Anyways, while I know you've been having some tough games recently, I hope you keep your chin up and just keep playing consistent, disciplined Mahjong. Keep being you. This is very, very kind. This is a very, very kind thing to say. Check your PayPal. Obviously, check your PayPal. That's way too kind. That has to be a paid chatter. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. Folks, when your friend buys an auto table, that's how you know they're really hooked on the Zhang, because those are not cheap. I mean, you can get one second hand. It doesn't have to necessarily break the bank, but you know, it's not like buying a pack of Pokemon cards. It's like real fungible US dollars have to be sunk into that purchase. Before we analyze this hand, by the way, red 5, but it's also the MFing Dora. Plus there's a 3/4/5 San Shokler somewhere in this hand. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Folks, I'm having a hard time finding what the pair is going to be in this hand, because I have a sneaking suspicion it is going to be this 4 of circles, but that's going to necessitate discarding the 5 of circles. And I'm just built differently. You know what I mean? I don't want to. I just don't. I'm angry. I don't want to do that. I want to give a quick shout out at the start of the video to all the patrons. Patreon.com/YU_SONG. Link is down below in the description. For $4 a month, you get access to a bonus video every single month, as well as the shout out like you're hearing right now, and a whole bunch of other goodies, including a Riichi Mahjong strategy documents that I myself have written. This is really good. I mean, this is really good. That I myself have written. Thank you so much to everyone supporting me from the bottom of my heart. They give me the biggest slice of the pie there, and it allows me to keep doing what I'm doing. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much to everyone supporting me on Patreon, old heads and new heads alike. Thank you so much. And with that, folks, we drew into all 5 pieces of Exodia. And by that, I mean we drew into all 3 pieces of the red 5s. We have literally red 5s in all 3 suits. Little bit stinky that we cut a 4 of circles and we drew into another 4 of circles. But now we get to maybe think about Tenpai in a world where I get to keep all the red 5s in my hand, right? 5 of bamboozlers could be our pair when it's all said and done. The player across from us, unfortunately, has called Riichi. This stinks, folks. This genuinely stinks. I have to Riichi this. I have Riichi 3 red 5 1 door. This is 12K in the bank. Is the weight good? No, it is not good. No, the weight is literally god-awful, or should I say, to my Long Island roots, god-awful, okay? It's really, really bad here. It's genuinely effing horrific here. No way someone is going to discard 4 of characters unless they got a real death wish because of its proximity to the door. I don't care that a Crosslord as, previously discarded the 4 of characters. It's still a really spicy tile to throw. What I'm banking on is for God to be a little bit AFK. I'm banking on the fact that the employee at Yostar that handpicks all my tiles to cause me the most mental anguish as possible is maybe taking a sabbatical. Maybe they're taking a mental health day. Maybe they're just not at the office. And as a result, we can maybe still sumo, right? We can maybe still sumo off of something that's very, very unlikely. Or if the player across from us draws into the 4 of characters, they got to throw that bad boy out. So maybe we can win off of them having the worst day of their life. Right Lord decided to fold thrice with the white dragons, and that's how you know the way of the cowardly fist still goes strong. That drum still beats its rhythm. What am I trying to say? The point is, the way of the cowardly fist is very much so alive in the Jade Room. A lot less bombastic of a hand to start off with. Only one red 5 as opposed to the red 5 Dora that we had last time. The Dora is the 2 of characters. We can definitely make use of that in our current hand. Otherwise, it's not looking like an amazing hand. But you know what? Country Zhong players make do. Yusong, how are you doing outside of the game today? Thank you so much, folks. I'm going to take you on a walk conversationally, okay? Sorry if I just triggered your dogs like a sleeper agent because they heard me say the W-A-L-K word. But the end of this story involves the fact that I was really normal today. I had a normal human interaction. I was so effing normal. You would not believe it, okay? First things first. I woke up and I'm recording this in advance. You're watching this on a Monday. I'm still in the past. And so I'm trying to make sure all of my audio and video equipment, knock on IKEA synthetic wood, is working ahead of, recording some interviews with some Mahjong, Japanese Mahjong professionals in Vegas. So I'm very, very excited for that, obviously. But, it's a new audio recorder. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I've never got it working before. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tirade, okay? I'm going to go on a little bit of a rampage. I'm Garchomp clicking the move Outrage in Gen 4 OU, and guess what? I got a choice band on, baby. I'm only clicking Outrage. I love this recorder, and it's called the Zoom H6 Handy Recorder. The company is called Zoom, but it's not like the Skype, it's not like the video call company. They're also called Zoom, which I'm sure is unfortunate for SEO. But there is this recorder that when I was a podcast producer, that was like the holy grail, which was the Zoom H6 Handy. And I wanted to buy that because that's a device that I very much like. They have physical dials. They have a screen that you can see all the levels. They have physical knobs to adjust the gain on each of the 4 channels. And I like that recorder a lot. I like that a lot. It's also, I've got a lot of familiarity with it as well. I try to go buy it, and they don't make them anymore. They literally don't make them anymore. And instead, they sell a Zoom H6 Essential. And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about this recorder. Hang on. I'm 1 tile away from Tenpai. 30 seconds until Mars. Sand is not looking amazing. It's maybe 7 pairs. It's maybe all simples. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Things are pretty freaky. No one's discarded, like, hardly any character suit tiles, which is a unmitigated disaster, by the way. I got Riichi all simples red 5 pure double sequence versus all simples red 5 pure double sequence. This is 3 Han 40 in the dealer seat. Isn't this really bricked in the dealer seat, as in good? 3 Han 40 is 7,700 in the dealer seat. So I don't think I should call Riichi. Rylord called Riichi. Now that's fricked up. Rylord called Riichi, and let me just add this, because I think it's important to say intellectually. Zendaya is Michi. Common is Stonekeeper. I could also Riichi here. This is a little bit interesting. But then I wouldn't get pure double sequence. But then this is just like kind of way better. I'm scared. I'm scared right now. I'm scared. Okay, I cut a tile and it ended up being fine. I have all simples red 5, nothing, nothing. I mean, I should just maybe be calling Riichi here. I'm folks, I don't know. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that was right. I'm just sending it. I'm literally just sending it. East 1, repeat 1, chasing, not folding, no Riichi. Something happened here that was wrong. Like, literally, I don't think any of this was right. I genuinely think that all of my decision making was wrong. Let me sumo anyways. I mean, that seems awful. I'm going. Oh my god, this can't be right. Okay, Rylord is going to sumo anyways. That really stinks. We pay out the dealer penalty. They sumo on the MFing Dora, which I also do not like as well. 3 Han 30 Fu. You saying this looks like Pinfu. Why isn't it Pinfu? For Pinfu, your pair cannot be the sea wind nor the prevalent wind. So we're lucky that they did not also get Pinfu. A little bit of a bummer that we lose our dealer seat, not with a roar, but with a whimper. But you know what? Who gives a frick? We got seat wind 2 Dora burning a hole in our pockets. Wowie zowie, this hit is good. So they don't make the H6 Handy. They only make H6 Essential. And I bought it from Guitar Center, but trying to make it work all morning because I like good audio. I genuinely like good audio. I was talking to a friend of mine. He also did like podcast producing, and we were just we were just talking about our audio setups. I was talking about how I EQ'd literally a whole bunch of room tone. Like, my mic is EQ'd to this room and this room specifically. And he was talking about how he was trying a new mic, but he was trying to like position it in a way where it's not exactly visible on the screen and all the turmoil that comes with that. And we were just like talking about how sometimes when you have a really good sound controlled room, it's blissful to just like clap in a room that has good like sound treatment. It genuinely, it's one of those things where it's like get a personality, but also like, hey, this is my this is my personality. Unfortunate, no, unfortunate, genuinely unfortunate that it is the case, but it is my personality. I'm in Tenpai. I get to win off of another copy of the Dora, which is awesome sauce, or I can maybe draw into a 5 of characters. Okay, that's really unfortunate. And then if I draw into 5 of characters, I have a triple-sided weight. I can then win off of the 3 of characters, the 6 of characters, or the 9 of characters. So we're not just like, we're not stuck in this position. But, you know, hey, winning off of, you know, C-Win 3 Dora goes incredibly, incredibly hard. I do con here, unfortunately. I do con here. Ooh, okay, we hit 0 new Dora, and I gave Right Lord the Dealer 1 more Dora. That stinks. I'm not gonna lie to you, that stinks. I'm not sure if that con was right. East 2 con decision. I mean, I think it's probably right. We're in Tenpai. I wouldn't call our weights necessarily good, but I don't know if we're if we're folding on that thing. If Right Lord, I mean, what would Right Lord do here that would make me fold? I have no idea. They would have to pawn into 3 Dora of their own or something stupid. They cut Westwind from within their hand. That was probably a safe tile that they had just cooking up for later. But I gotta take this. I'm sorry. Me answering a business call even when I promised I wouldn't work on vacation. I gotta take this. I'm sorry. It's a triple-sided banger, and I called con. Literally, it's a shooting star. This is like seeing the northern freaking lights right now. Bought the Essential. It's just not as good. It feels cheaper than the older model. It just feels like a worse... Like, you don't get as many things in the box. You don't get a cord that connects to your computer, which is just kind of really, really lame as far as I can tell. We're getting lucky, but also, like, at no point during the incident or the incident folie à deux were we ever this lucky. So I'm just going to count my blessings. Like, this, sometimes you're just going to get lucky in Mahjong. There's no rhyme or reason. This is literally just Riichi Mahjong.mp4. So I was trying to get it to work. I spent 2 hours trying to get it to work as an audio interface plugged straight into my laptop, and I could not get it to work. And I don't know about you, but whenever technology does not work, it makes you feel like Satan has like grabbed you. You know what I mean? It just feels like Satan has perched themselves upon your shoulder and you can't shake him off. It just feels so depressing and frustrating when you're like, I've tried looking up a million different Reddit threads, and you know it's so pathetic when it's like someone describes the exact same problem as you, but no solution is given, and you see like 3 identical comments, like 3 years after the original thread was supposed to be like, hey, did anybody else ever figure out a solution for this? And I'm like, that's me right now. That's genuinely me. I'm trying to figure out a solution for this. By the way, I'm also trying to figure out a solution for this here. Look at this garbage. Oh my goodness. 5 of characters is the nut drop. 5 of characters allows us to accept the 6 of characters, which is the Dora tile. That's also pretty good. I don't know what Left Lord is doing, but they seem to have a ready hand. I mean, they have 3 completed sets. Whenever anyone has 3 completed sets, that's how you know that someone's in Tenpai. They also could have a 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence. That would be awful. That would be the worst case scenario of their hand. You know what? Hopefully they don't have that much value. They don't. It's just White Dragon, 1 Dora. I didn't like the fact that I was playing for this hand. Like, my hand was also worthless, but what am I going to do? Not pawn the Westwind there when the rest of my hand was looking okay? I could have not pawned. I could have just genuinely folded that one, but I don't know. That's probably okay. Let me just check. East 3 pawn decision Westwind. Probably okay. I don't know if I played that round perfectly, but probably it turned out okay. Okay. Got a lot of freaky stuff cooking up in this hand. Not gonna lie to you. We really want to see 7 of characters. 7 of characters is our nut draw. 7 of circles also goes hard. I'd love to draw into anything around this 5 of bamboozlers shape. Can I ever make this all simples? I can, but it would necessitate throwing the Dora. And I don't know about you, but I just hate doing that. The Dora is one of the most beautiful, or excuse me, the red 5. The Dora. The Dora is just, you hate to watch it go. I just really don't want to do it. Vylord popping off with a pawn of the prevalent wind. Maybe they're half flushing in a suit that's not the character suit. Okay. I did draw into something that's close to the, oh my god. Okay, hang on. I don't know what to do here. I genuinely don't know what to do here. If I draw into another 3 or another 6, that goes kind of hard. If I draw into a 4 of characters, that also goes hard. 4, 5, 6 mixed triple sequence does exist in this hand. It's just probably very unlikely. I don't know. We gotta let the tiles guide us. And by that I mean, maybe I already misplayed. I could have kept that 6-8 shape instead of this 8-9, but I think it's worth Hawk2 speculating on that thing a little bit, right? The 8-9 shape, although worse, you know, structurally speaking, it's gotta be this. It's gotta be the, no. Is it ever? I mean, I'm waiting on a 4 or a 7, but the 4 is like literally never gonna happen, but it could still happen. Okay, all right, we're gonna go for it a little bit. We're gonna go for it. Maybe could have cut the Dora there, throw out a dangerous tile sooner, but hey, Violet is also gonna cut the Dora. I like that. What I'd Chi here, yeah, if you're gonna give me a 4 or a 7 of characters specifically, ooh, I would love Chi in that. If you're gonna let me Riichi, Pinfu, all simples, red 5, oh, say it ain't so. It's a thing of beauty. I'm seeing the northern lights right here. It's just a thing of beauty. Oh my goodness. No mixed triple sequence in sight, but where we're going, we don't need mixed triple sequence. This is bread and butter. We're back to basics, baby. I'm humble Riichi Pinfu farming. So I was, 17 Reddit threads deep, 55 burgers, 55 tabs open. I just literally can't get this thing to work as an audio interface. Just as a thing that you can plug your microphones in so that your computer recognizes the microphones. And then here's where I came up with this awesome line that I was very excited to share in today's video. Hey, you want to know why they call it the Zoom H6 Essential? Because it's essentially a piece of trash, okay? It doesn't sound that good saying it now, but when I thought of it, I was like, oh, if I ever write a review, I'm going to eviscerate this company. So I'm probably going to return it. I'm genuinely going to return it after the trip. And it's not because I'm like doing a scummy thing where I'm like using it and then just for one like quote unquote gig and then returning it. It literally does not work as an audio interface. So now I got to do a more risky thing, which is fine, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, this is, as far as things go, it's not the biggest problem that I have in the world, but I just have to use it as a recorder now. Not linked up to my computer. It just, there's a lot more points of failure. You got to make sure that it's recording, which sounds dumb, but like, it's just sometimes your brain might fart. You know, I might be nervous because we got the help of a translator. And our good friend and colleague Mahjong Jen. A million things could happen. Maybe something at the event happens and then I space and I don't hit record. A lot of freaky things could happen. But by the way, it's just a humble operation. It's just literally me and Fue Coco. There's no other employees here at Yusong HQ. I only have my one phone, by the way. So I don't think I'm going to set up like a 2-shot of both me and the pro. I think it's, oh no, what a bummer that Right Lord managed to win this one. Are you kidding me? Double pair York in it when my hand was empirically better. I paid $1,000 in a Riichi bet just to watch you win this one. Okay, that stinks. That genuinely stinks. But I'm sitting in the dealer seat once again, and I got a pair of my seat wins. This is good. I don't know what my pair is gonna be, but like, who gives a frick? I'm chilling. We can draw into another 3 of circles. I guess that's a pretty unlikely sequence of events, but it could still happen. Right Lord pawns into red dragons. Unfortunately, we can't make use of the door. The door is the one of bamboo. Can't really do anything about that. Hand is a little bit stinky. We're one tile away from Tenpai, but yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I am in the dealer seat, which makes me want to be a little frisky with it. You know what I mean? Like some Undertale spoilers that I know, sorry, but that game came out like a gazillion and a half years ago, right? We're beyond the point of spoilers. Genuinely, apologies if that ruined. I'm so sorry. I'm genuinely sorry. How am I supposed to play this? I could cut Eastwind followed by Eastwind followed by Eastwind, but I am in the dealer seat. Oh my god, I think this is a disciplined Daniel. I think this is a disciplined Derek fold right here. I could still get into Tenpai. It's just not very, very likely. Westwind is probably fine, but in for a penny, in for a pound. And I mean that in a derogatory defensive way. Like, in for a penny of folding, in for a pound of folding as well. Okay, maybe we can earnestly get into Tenpai here. And maybe call it Chasing Riichi with some more firepower, right? With a nice double-sided weight. I don't really know how we're going to get that double-sided weight, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Maybe we draw back into a 7 and then a 6 of bamboo. Extremely unlikely and risks for Tenjail if we end up waiting for a 6-9. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta dream a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta dream. A lot of 6s of characters are being thrown / are visible right now. All my 6s are gone. Okay? Which means that no one's waiting with a 5-6. But you know what? Why rock the boat right now? Why test the devil's waters? We don't need to do any of that. We can just play some good defensive ball. A crossword cuts the Dora. I'm glad that they did not sumo off of the Dora. They are going to sumo, and I am going to pay out a dealer penalty on this hand. But luckily, as far as hands go, it's not that painful. 2K versus 1K. I'm okay with that. No, pun not intended. Zoom H6. Zoom H6 essential. More like essentially meriting another drive back to Guitar Center. I'm workshopping it. When I post my review, it's gonna hurt. It's genuinely gonna sting. I'm not gonna post a review. I'm just gonna return the thing. It's literally not working in the way that I want it to work. And I consider myself like fairly tech savvy. I'm not like I know how to rotate a PDF, you know? So that was a huge bummer. And then like this is my brain, I'm not gonna say the human brain. My brain likes to, like, when you're just having a bad day, because I was like, this is 2 hours that I could have spent recording videos, but I needed to like proofread or like make sure in advance that all this equipment is working. It's just me and Fully Coco working here at Yusong HQ. There's no one else. There's literally no one else. I don't know what's right here, but I like the idea of going Oppa Tanyo style. If I draw, so the nut draw for me right now, I mean, we can also draw into 5 of bamboo. There's a million tiles that get me into Tenpai. Holy burge, it actually happened. Riichi, red 5 Dora, nothing. Yeah. This is perfect. This is literally perfect. I can win off of another copy of the Dora if I'm so lucky as to sumo. Ooh, baby. Okay, Riichi, red 5 Dora. It's not Pinfu because we have a triplet in our hand. It's not Tanya because of this 9, but you know what? It's mine. It's ours. This hand is ours. It's a good hand. I'm having and then I looked in the bathroom and I finally started getting ready for the day, and I was having like a bad hair day. And I like, here's the thing. It probably looks fine now, but I spent like 20 to 30 minutes using like so much wax. Like the entirety of Madame Tussauds Museum of Wax Figurines in the hair. And then enough water to run a data center, patting down like different spikes. I look like a protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! You know what I mean? I literally just, there's spikes everywhere. And then I realized my hair probably looks fine. I think the reason that I feel like a piece of like a piece of garbage, piece of trash. No way. Okay, that hurts. Definitely hurts. I'm on the brink of death. But this is still a close game. South 3, South 4. No way. Our Riichi was totally fine there. Ooh, okay. I mean, I got 2 more hands to try to make something of myself. But I don't even get to do a first draw here. It's really bad. 2, 3, 4 mixed triple sequence, maybe. What do we want to draw into? Westwind or any of these tiles are probably fine. Westwind now, the one that I'm more likely to discard. I genuinely felt like, I pulled up this image. I felt like the sister character from Fleabag. I genuinely felt so bad. But I realized that I'm probably not even that stressed out. It's probably not even a bad hair day. Not to like gaslight myself, but I think I'm just stressed because of the technology, and I felt really sad about it. I just felt like so frustrated and stressed. I spent so much time, and it literally, in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. And in the end, I still have to go back to Guitar Center. I am glad that I'm going to get all my money back, but it's just like, I wish it worked. I wish the goddamn thing worked. I would have kept it if it was a good product. They shouldn't have made a worse product. There's no physical dials on the thing anymore. We had such a good thing. You and I could have ruled the city, Spider-Man. You also didn't have to halt production of the old one just because you're making the new one. Let us old heads, relish in a good audio interface for once, Morty. I want to pawn the effing red dragon and just be in Tenpai. And I want to get rid of a tile that's more dangerous, that's closer to the Dora. I'm scared of what Right Lord is cooking up. Oh, man, I'm cutting the Dora. No, don't kill me. Wow. fairly unlikely, I'm just gonna say. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. I mean, I can... it's hard. I need to get a Mongun. A direct hit on anyone will be fine here. Another red dragon goes so hard, but if anyone at this table has a brain, their first discard might be the red dragon to try to invoke despair. Like, if someone's trying to protect their lead, they should protect it with a right dragon. But also, like, I hate that this is unironically playable. Riichi, Pinfu, all simples, red 5. Guaranteed Mongon. Natty, farm to table Mongon. I don't think I can chi necessarily, but there is some play here. Oh, should I have not cut the door there? What was I going for? My hand wasn't even that good. But it seemed okay. Like, there were a lot of tiles around. Like, I saw 2 copies of the 3. I guess it's nothing. I guess it's quite literally nothing. But they had a double pair weight on the door anyways. I could have got the 4 of characters, but then, like, my tile acceptancy goes down the toilet. My tile acceptancy does not feel good upon discarding the 4 of characters in that position. Oh, what a bummer. This hand is still unironically playable, though. So, nut draw is 4 of bamboo followed by 4 of characters. That would be nice. Riichi, Pinfu, red 5, Tanya. That's pretty good. Drawing into another red dragon. That's fine, too. We could use the red dragon as our pair, for God's sakes. And then, or we can just pawn on that thing. And then red dragon, 3 Dora, red 5. That also goes extremely oingus boingus. Official Latin of oingo boingo. Anyway, oh, well, it's just a bad day. Or I'm playing a little bit of wonky Mahjong. But again, I need to, like, eventually, this story ends with me being normal. So I go and I have to buy, like, a whole bunch of, like, travel supplies. Sunscreen. I'm taking, like, daily vitamins. And I was like, what am I? Gonna just put them in a loose baggie? Let me get, like, a case for the... This is so good. But now it's, like... 2 of bamboo, 4 of bamboo, 3 of bamboo, 4 of characters, 3 of characters, 2 of characters, 5 of characters, 6 of characters. All of those tiles get me in a tenpai. And no matter what I call Riichi, even if I don't have Tanya guaranteed, it's at least Pinfu. No way. That's not enough to kill, is it? It is. I don't deserve this third. I really don't deserve this third. I'm so grateful. Yo, Star. You can have me. Mind, body, and soul. You can walk me around on a leash like a dog. I genuinely don't. I deserve minus 200 here. I genuinely, unironically deserve minus 200 here. I go to buy these things, and I also stop to get a quick bite to eat. And as I'm sitting down at a Chipotle, I eat my lunch. I've just been really stressed out. I haven't, like, traveled in a while, and so I'm just like, I was like, I gotta do all these things. I gotta keep track of all these things. I see a parent. She's 2 young children, and they're so well behaved. And I don't mean, like, obedient out of fear. They're just, like, happy. They're kicking their legs. They're eating Chipotle. This is not a sponsored ad for Chipotle. They're just like, they're just having a good time, you know? And they're not on their phones. No one's on their phones. And she's, like, just talking to them, and they're talking to her. They say things like, can I have a little water? And it's so cute. It's genuinely so cute. And then I'm like, should I say something? Because I genuinely think it's, like, so special and meaningful. By the way, skip ahead 5 minutes if you want to get to the Mahjong review. I think it's so special and meaningful that they're not glued to their phones. That you're spending time with your kids. I know that the bar is literally in hell, but it's like, that's amazing. That's, you know how easy it is to just stick a phone in front of someone while they're eating? But you're, like, connecting with them, and they're not, like, they're not pissed off. They're not, like, looking everywhere and have the attention span of, like, of I don't know, a goldfish. Like, no, they can just exist in public without looking at anything, without listening to anything. It was genuinely super moving. They were just so kind, too, and I was like, damn, that's a good parent right there. It's like, should I say something? Should I not? At the end of the meal, I just get up and I walk over, and I wasn't sure, but then, like, but it just felt okay to say, and I was like, hey, I'm sorry to bother you. I just want to say I think you seem like an incredible parent. The kids are so well behaved, and they're not glued to the phones. Just wanted to say, like, I don't know, it just made my day, because I hate to be cheesy normal posting, but it genuinely did. And then she said, oh, that's really kind. That just made my day. God bless you. And then I left. But before leaving, I said, I actually wasn't raised religious, so that's really offensive to me. Okay. No, obviously not. But it was like a nice human thing. My heart was very full in my car as I was driving away, because I was like, I think that's what being human is, sharing all these like nice human things. Maybe for that karma, we got third instead of fourth. Maybe that's the story that I'll tell myself, so that all this chaos and entropy makes sense, folks. If you're just joining us, we're gonna do the Mahjong review now. This was hell. This was hell. I had the highest grade. I had the highest grade. That's unbelievable. So, I think I played this hand well, right? At this point, you wanted me to cut the... Oh, I did cut the 9. I'm one tile away from Tenpai, and now my hand is just too good. Now my hand is just too good, so I have to cut the red dragon. And then left lord deals in with the 4. By the way, if I drew like anything in the bamboo suit, I would have cut that 4 of characters. 32 to 33, what's the difference? There is none. There genuinely just is none. You're going Oppa Chitoi style, and I frick with it. I genuinely frick with it. Why not? That's so messed up. I dealt into a Mongon here. Correct. You wanted me to keep the south one for a little bit longer. I personally, I don't oh, because this is never going to become a pair. This is never going to become a triplet. I guess so. This is a freaky discard. I don't understand discards like this. This shape only completes with via the 3 of circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but like if I draw into like a sequence here, then this you could always be used as our pair. So why would I tear up a perfectly good pair when I have honor tiles? This is nuts to me. This is genuinely nuts to me. Can someone smarter than me in the comment section explain this? I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe that. I'm gaming so effing hard here. 25 to 37. They kind of too early-ish on. Sometimes it's scary, indicative of like a pair of the ones. That's so scary. 25 to 37. Really? I'm going to get crucified on a 12-point difference? Nate Silver, if he was around during biblical times. Okay. It's pretty good. I don't know. I mean, 12-point difference. I don't think we can make a meal out of that. I think this is just a little bit unlucky. They have 2 sets complete in the second row. I can assume that they're in Tenpai. I think this is just kind of unlucky. East 3 pawn decision. West wind. Yeah, this felt bad. I ended up dealing in with this round, but I don't know if the pawn was right. So the pawn, the rest of our hand is so garbage down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we have 4 shapes in our hand. The rest of our hand is so garbage that it's 40 to 60. It's not the end of the world, but it's not an amazing pawn. Okay, that's good to know. East 2 Khan decision. I did call Khan here. 61. Yeah, we're in Tenpai. We got a good hand. Let's just send it. Did they ever want me to take the better? No. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta slam and welcome to the jam. There was a moment too where we called Riichi and we straight up like did not win the hand that we were promised. Like there were some Riichis that happened that didn't quite work. This has got to be a Riichi. Yeah. This is a beautiful Riichi. This is genuinely a beautiful Riichi. Okay, that's gonna do it for today's video, folks. Thanks for listening. I appreciate being able to share the normal stuff when I'm normal in real life, and just like the nice things that happen, you know. And so I just wanted to say like genuinely thankful. Oh, and by the way, as soon as I got in my car after saying that nice thing to the parent, I looked and my hair was genuinely like this. The wind had fricked up my hair so bad. It literally looked like I was a sad mop. It was genuinely so awful. It was genuinely so awful. Folks, it's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoyed the Mahjong, feel free to subscribe. New videos every single day. You can also leave a like and a comment if you're feeling particularly generous. Helps out the channel such a great deal. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm not gonna be streaming today just because I'm traveling. I'm gonna get back today. 3 p.m. Pacific. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord, our VOD channel, and our Discord. Community Discord, our VOD channel, and our Patreon, which is the best way to support me. Brain's a little scattered today. I even forgot to buy a lot of the travel stuff. I forgot to buy toothpaste. I forgot to buy like shaving cream. I gotta go back to the store to do that. But thank you. I just appreciate everyone's support. Until next time, please be kind to yourself. Please take care of yourself, okay? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.